Hello everyone, how are we today? It's a lovely day for a bit of crafting, so I hope you're here to join me today. Angela here, of course, and yeah, we're going to have lots of fun together. So, still working on my Christmas journal, but guys, if you're not celebrating Christmas or don't want to make a Christmas journal, this idea will work for any theme, so you can still follow along. Right, I've got one of my signatures here, and we're going to go to the back, almost to the back, second page from the back here. It's this particular page, and I have created this little piece of ephemera to go right here, and I love how this one's turned out, and it's very easy to make, so I hope you're excited. Now let me just show you quickly. We've got a pocket over here, all right, and in that pocket we've got 2 bits of ephemera. I've just added a little bit of ribbon there that goes in there. Okay, and then we have got a pocket at the back here to put our large tag in. Okay, and we've got a little pocket at the front here. I've just taken one of my circles, I've backed it onto the neutral version of that, and that is that little pocket over there. And then we've just got some decorative bits here and there, so really easy to make. Yeah, I hope that you're going to follow along. Don't you love this lovely rustic Christmas trim there? I love it. Okay, so what we will do is we will stick that on 3 sides, and we'll stick that down just over there like that. Okay, so we're going to make one of these with slightly different papers, but we're going to do it for our other signature also. Second page from the back. So this has got the neutral one, and this is the green background, and we're going to stick it on there. Okay, so let me take that out, put this to the side, and start cracking. All right, so for this one I've made 2 envelopes. All right, you don't have to, if you don't have an envelope maker, you don't have to do that. You can just cut pockets, but I quite fancied this idea, and I'll show you what I've done now. Let's just put that there, I think. Okay, so what I did here, I've used this paper, which is the little what do you call it, roses and paper. Okay, and I've used the gold stripe for this one. Okay, and for this one I've made the envelopes already. I'll give you the dimensions. I've used the green stripe, and I've used this paper. Okay, yeah, if I take this is the other one I've used. All right, I'm gonna put that back there. Okay, so that's what we've gone and done. So I did use my envelope board, my very old envelope board, but you can just cut a square pocket if you want. Okay, it's up to you. Now the measurements that I've gone with here are these 3.5 inches by 4, which gives me a piece of paper which is 6.5 by 6.5 inches. Okay, that's how big your piece of paper needs to be. And then the measurement that you need, once you've got your 6.5 by 6.5 piece of paper, you slide that up to the 3 1/8 mark. All right, so there is the edge of your paper, and you press that down and run your bone folder, and then carry on round. Okay, 3 1/8 is what it is on this one. Okay, the finished envelope. So if you don't have one of those boards and you want to know what size is this finished envelope, you are looking at 10.5 centimeters by 10. All right, so that's 4 by 3 3/8. Okay, 3 7/8, sorry. Okay, so that's really the finished size. So what I want to do now, I want to close these up. Just make sure before you close them up that you have got the right widths together. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. But if I had to do it that way, it wouldn't be. All right, so that's just work out which are the 2. You want the wider side for each. Okay, so keep them like that, because we are going to stick down these bits, but not this bit, okay, not the top flap. Okay, so let's just take our glue, and you can decide. I think I'm going to put those there and that there. Okay, so let's just put a little blob of glue just to stick the two together. Now you don't want to stick them to this paper here, so the best way for me to do it is I put a bit of glue close to the bottom edge here, and then I put some glue on the top edge there. All right, and then that way you cover it. Okay, keep that piece there. I'm just double checking. Yeah, so we want to put this one down. Oh no, that one's going to go on the top, so we'll put those down. Let's put a little bit of glue just to keep those two together, and then again we want some glue along the bottom edge on this and the top here. Now just don't go straight to the top, because then that'll stick over there. Trial and error. I do this so that you don't have to work out all the trials and errors. Okay, so we've got that there. All right, you've got your flaps at the top like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm cutting the flaps off. Of course I am. Right, you can do this with your scissors, of course. I'm going to cut that right there, both of them, right off. Okay, so you've got those there, and then I'm going to just use my distress ink. I think I've done the other sides already, the other edges. I have, yes. All right, we want to do that for both of those, and then I'm going to just give it a light. You're not going to see this, so don't worry about that, but I'm just getting the very top of that done just in case. All right, so you've got those like this now. Now we're going to swap these flaps over. All right, so we're going to put that one on there and that one on there. Now, if you were just cutting the, you don't have the envelope maker and you're wanting to make these and you're just using square pockets, that's fine. Just get yourself a little template or something. By measuring that out on a piece of paper and finding the middle bit, you can just make a triangle like that and then round off the end. That would work. All right, so there are ways and means. Now I want to stick this down, but again, I don't want to stick it on there. So I'm going to put the glue on the edge here and on the edge here so that I get it stuck on all sides. Okay, just going to turn it so I can see a lot better what I'm doing. And then it might be, there we go. So we'll just do that. All right. So now you've got that. And the same with this one. So some glue here and some glue here. How's your week going, guys? Are you getting into this Christmas spirit? Decorating the house, or do you leave that for December? I tend to leave mine for December, but I think I'll get it all going at the start of December. I am wondering what my puppy's going to do. So I'm not sure if it's a good idea, but you know, they've got to learn at some point, don't they? Right, so there we go. I just want to trim this little bit off here. Just like a scraggly bit there. Or two. Okay. So here's what we have. I quite like the look of that. I do like the look of it. Right, now you're going to decide which one you're going to put where. All right, so I think I'm going to go this way, like that. Or you can go that way, whichever you feel. What do we want to do? Now I have got a little pocket to go at the bottom, so I might, I've gone with this. Okay, so that will pick up the reds. or you can put it on there and that will pick up those reds. So yeah, either way it's going to look fab. Yeah, should we do that way? And then we have this at the top. No, I'm gonna stick with what I said. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Right, so you've got those two. We're going to come back to that. Now we've got this little pocket. Now this little pocket is 2 1/4 inches in width. So 2 1/4 is, it's just over 5.5 centimeters. Okay, and this way it is just short of 5 centimeters. So this way it's just short of 2 inches, 1 7/8, there or thereabouts. Okay, we're going to put that on there, and then I've just cut a strip of paper which is like a 1/3 of an inch, so just like 1/2 centimeter, and I'm going to just put this across the pocket just to make it like a little bit of a decorative bit. It's just a scrappy bit, and I took it from this paper here that was over. So I want to just get that sort of in the middle-ish, like that. Yeah, and then I've taken this from the ephemera. All is calm and all is bright. I just love that. It's got the perfect border. Bring a bit of green into it. Yeah. All right, I think I'm going to make the cover for Friday. I was thinking about that yesterday. I want to get the cover done for this journal. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to stick that on here. All right, so just on the 3 sides, and we'll get that about there. Okay, that's a nice easy one, this. I really like how it's come together. Okay, now before we join these together, there is something we need to do. Because this tag is so long, okay, it's longer than the base of that look, and I didn't want to put a smaller one in. What I did was a bit cheeky really. I cut the sliver off the base of this one, and I'll show you why. Okay, you're probably wondering why she said, why are you sticking it on 3 sides into the book? Right, so I've cut that there so that my tag can go through. All right, and this is the top, that's the bottom. And the other thing that I wanted to mention is we want to join these up like that. Okay, so the distance that you want to do that is the distance that allows the tag to go in, but also is going to fit onto your page. All right, so for me it's about 1 inch, about 2.5 centimeters, and I'll show you how that looks quickly. Let me just grab one of these here. All right, it's not the right one, we're using the other one for this, but if I take these 2 here and I place them down like that, it gives me space to put the tag in. That's not going to extend beyond my page, so just be mindful of that. You can adjust this accordingly. I also don't want it too high because of what I'm going to place here and put some decoration on. So for me, about 1 inch is the way I'm going to go. All right, so just some pointers there. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to put some glue onto the top one. And then I'm going to take the bottom one. I'm going to just get it lined up here. Let's get that there and that there. I think that's about right. So this is open at the bottom there, but when we stick it down, we're going to stick it on those 3 sides so that it'll be sealed in there, and use the back of that pocket. All right. Yeah. So that's what we've got at the moment. Right, now we're going to put some decorative bits on here. And what I've got is, I've got this little bit that I'm going to use now. That's from my ephemera, and I've grabbed a couple of die cuts for this one, and for the other one I have used those stamped out ones. All right, so I've used 2 stamped out bits there, and I've put that die cut on this one. And then for this one I've got a little bit of holly, 2 different greens here. I don't know quite what I'm doing where. I'm going to see now when I put this down like this, and then I'm going to just arrange it accordingly. So I want a little bit of red, so we've got some green like this, probably a little snap of red coming out somewhere. All right, so yeah, we'll see where we're going to put that. So I'm going to just remove that quickly. I'm going to start with this bit here, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to just quickly make a little drawing around this bit there and there, just so that I know where to place it. Okay, so that's the cardstock one. And again, I'm going to just keep checking here. I've got my little pocket here, so I'm very mindful of how I'm placing the bell. I don't want, that's going to go like that. Okay, so let's get a little bit of green on that side. So we'll go like this. Okay, so I've got that all down, and now I'm going to just get this one stuck down. So again, I'm mindful of the pocket, so we will get that one behind the pocket and that one on the pocket like that. Okay, so that's that little bit of decoration. And then I've got my little tags and thingies here. Oh, this is what I'm looking for. I've got special delivery here in green, and the other one I had the red. So we're going to put this onto the bottom here as well. And then the only other thing I want to put on here is my little bit here. I've woven this little rusticy embroidery anglaise bit in a lovely rustic linen shade, and then I've woven through the green ribbon for that, where this one I wove through the red gingham. All right, so I'm going to just grab my fabric tack for this, and I'm going to just stick that on the top here. So we're going to get it like that. So let's start here. Okay, and then I just like to put a little bit of this on the edge. Let's just trim the edge first. And unravel too much. Perfect. All right, now with this one I stuck on family, and this one I'm going to stick on Noel. So that's perfect for this too. All right, so we'll just get it on the edge there. Perfect. A little bit more of this just on the corner here. Right, so everything is looking fab there, and how quick was that to make? I love how it's turned out. So pretty. Okay, so now we've got our tag, and I've put in this lovely golden Christmas tree ribbon there. So that is going to go into the back pocket here. All right, it will go through, but we are putting glue on 3 sides, so that's all right. And then we're going to take our little rocking horse here, which I've just backed with paper, and that's going to go in over here. How cute is that? You just see Holly Jolly sticking out. And then our other 2 bits is the green bingo card. I've added this on. I went a bit skew with the stitching there. So I got that stitched gross grain ribbon, and then this lovely one. And I'm going to put those 2 together and slide them into this front pocket here, like that. And there you have it. There's the one, there's the other. How quick was that? All right, so this one here, I'm not putting on the green, I'm putting on the neutral background. So we're going to put it on here because it was just too much if you put it on the green. All right, so that one's going to go on there. And as I said, this one with the green is going to have the more gold neutrals like that. I hope you can see that. All right. And that's our little project for today. How sweet is that? I hope you have fun with it. Leave a like and a comment if you would like to, and let me know if you've enjoyed it. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would really love it if you would consider that, so that you can receive all the notifications of whenever I drop a new video or anything in the community box. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and have a wonderful week. I'll see you on Friday, hopefully with a cover made for this lovely journal. So have fun and see you all soon. Bye-bye.